Alright everyone, hello and welcome to In the Lab with Dhalsim and Street Fighter V, of course. I am trying to get an online match, so if this does get interrupted, it gets interrupted. But I don't think it's going to happen since I've had no matches already today and I've been playing for around 2 hours. So, Dhalsim, very slow, a lot different in Street Fighter 4 than he was in some previous iterations. He actually reminds me in a lot of ways of the version of Dhalsim that they had in SNK versus Capcom. Or was it Capcom versus SNK? I forget. Not CBS 1 or 2, but it was the SNK version of the game. That's kind of what Dhalsim reminds me of in this game, alright? So let me show you his different normals. You got his jab, which might be good anti-air, but I'm not sure yet. I have to test it. Medium punch. And then if you hold back a medium punch, that's his classic anti-air from like every game. So, and then you got fierce punch, which actually is a low-reaching attack, very long range, but if you hit back in Fierce Punch, haha, an anti-air that goes straight up. So if an enemy tries jumping at you, whack them right out of the air with that. Pretty good, right? Kicks, you've got light kick, medium kick, which is pretty cool. Look at that. It's a low attack, it has pretty decent range, but if you hold back in medium kick, it's a close-range kick, and this is good for 2-in-1s, I'll show you. Good for 2-in-1 combos, and it's pretty much what I've been using the combo with him the whole time. And then Fierce Kick, or Roundhouse. Pretty good distance. My one complaint about this, right, is that it freaking doesn't, it's not anti-air. It used to almost always be an anti-air in every freaking game, and they took that out for some reason. Let's look at his ground moves. You got jab, medium punch. Yes, another anti-air, so you can do this, or this. This obviously is going to do more damage, but if you don't have enough time, maybe just do that really quickly, okay? And then, low fierce punch, as you can see, is more of a close range move, but I found out it can actually combo to back and medium kick. See that? So you can do a combo after it, which is kind of interesting, alright? And then you've got light kick, which is just a slide. Can't combo after it or anything. Low medium kick, another slide, no you can't combo after it, and fierce kick, really long range heavy slide that will knock down, but again, no, you cannot combo after it, alright? Jumping moves, jumping light punch, medium punch, heavy punch. Heavy punch is really good as a jump in, seems to be his primary jump in for combos, however, it's all about the angle, and I'm going to show you the primary way to attack from the air with Dhalsim in a moment, okay? It's not just regular jumps. Then you got aerial light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. Heavy kick being almost useless unless you're like jumping back, you want to try to get an anti-air. Medium kick would be good from like maybe mid-range, but it doesn't really have a lot of reach, okay? Now, the drill I just showed you. At the edge of at the top of your jump, excuse me, the top of your jump arc, press down and kick, any kick, and you'll do a drill. Here's one. That's light kick. Here's medium kick, and here's heavy kick. So you could do something like this and try to trick your opponent, see that? Into not knowing what angle it's going to hit. You just got to be careful to get the timing right. And yes, you can combo after it, but it's not very easy, I'll show you. See, it's kind of hard, the timing, to get the 2-in-1 from the drill to the kick. You have to hit at the right, like, the right angle, which would be, like, the very bottom of her ankle, I think. So right about here, maybe? Even there, it's so hard. There we go. I got it right there. Saw that? So you gotta be at, like, the tip of her ankle. The problem is, how often are you going to be at the perfect angle that if the drill hits it, you can do the combo? Probably not very viable, honestly. He's very slow compared to other versions of him, okay? Now, he's got special moves, obviously. Yoga Fire is way different. Not like his other versions in other Street Fighters. In this one, it's an arcing move that appears to be an anti-air. Or it could also be a move for trapping. See? I wonder if you could do a 2-in-1. There you go, combo. See that? Or, oops, wrong move. See that? So you could go high or low with your punches, and try to maybe snag a combo. Now, the EX version actually is like his old version of the Fireball from Street Fighter 4. I'll show you. Slow moving, multiple hits, and yes, it is comboable if you're wondering. I'll show you. So there you go. Now he's got Yoga Flame. 3 versions. And he can do the EX version for multiple hits. I'll show you, yes, it could be comboed. Probably what you're going to be using primarily for his combo. EX version, I'll show you, does multiple hits and launches. Although I don't think you can do anything after that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out if you can do anything. No, kind of passes right through her, so probably not. Okay. What else does he got? Well, he's got Yoga Flame in the air now, which is different. I'll show you that. It's a downward flame. See that? You can do it at any height, so you can actually... Wait, watch this. He's landing and he could do it. Or he could actually do the EX version for some extra damage, and that one's pretty fast. Pretty good. Now, his main tool is Yoga Teleport, which he still has. I'll show you the variations. Backwards, forwards. That's what punches. If you're close enough with punches, you'll actually cross up. And then if kicks, he will not cross up. He'll stay in front. See that? That's how you can mix it up a little bit. Now, most people don't just do the standard Yoga Teleport. They do what's called... I don't know what they call it anymore. They used to call it the Tiger Knee Teleport. What it means is you do the motion for the teleport, which is an uppercut motion, but instead of ending at forward as your input, you go to up. So I'll show you what happens if you do that. So here's what happens if you do it normally. You just get to the other side. But if you do the Tiger Knee Teleport, see that? I'm in the air. Because I'm in the air, I'm able to do a combo. See that? I do the air fierce punch. Because I'm actually slightly off the ground. Oops. See, now here's the regular teleport. I can't do it. See that? You can't attack after the regular teleport. But if you do the Tiger Knee Teleport... Hold on. I'm not getting it. There it is. You do the Tiger Knee Teleport, you could do the hit after it. And this is his primary tool for mix-ups, setups, and crossovers. So let me show you. You can do like a fireball and then the crossover teleport. See? And it mixes her up. Now, she didn't know. Do I block left? Do I block right? I don't know where the fireball was going to hit. If you don't know where the fireball is going to hit, you just created a cross-up scenario. Pretty interesting, right? See, now there, she might have thought, oh no, you know, the fireball's going to hit me. And you end up blocking the wrong way. I want to do the EX version. There you go. So that's a pretty basic cross-up combo. That was very bread and butter kind of staple stuff with Dhalsim in Street Fighter 4. You can still do it in Street Fighter 5, so that's kind of cool. His V skill. He floats, and you can do it either on the ground or in the air. And you can move back and forth after the float only horizontally. You can't move vertically after the float. That's important to know, okay? But you can instantly cancel the float into a move. So let's say I'm doing this. I'm jumping back. See that? So let's say I'm trying to punish. I could easily punish someone. Go right over their move. Like, let's say Ryu's throwing a fireball. I could do this. Right over his fireball. Float over it and punish it with a Yoga Flame. That's pretty cool. I like that. Can't really combo after it from what I can see. Looks like it's too high. I'm curious if you can get a different height in the air. I don't think so. Yeah, you can't really do it closer to the ground to combo. So you're only going to get single hits off of that, but it could be good, especially if you're fighting a zoning character, or a character with a lot of projectiles, to float right over the projectiles constantly, right? And wail on them, whether with limbs or with flames. Pretty cool. Now his super, I'll show you, and then we'll try his V trigger. All right. So his super, I'll do it once, and I'll show you the variations. Here it is. That's the standard version. Now here's the version if you charge it, if you hold down the button. Charges up and gets bigger. And yes, it's a multiple hit, massive damage super move, which is pretty neat in my opinion. Now what you could do is do something like that. And now something like this. See now, she didn't know that low hit was coming. It comboed right into the super, which could be tricky. Of course, keep in mind you could also do this. And you saw what I did. I completely mixed her up. She probably thought that it was coming. Try to, oh, I'm going to try to get out of the way or try to block. You can teleport behind her. Teleport didn't come out that time. Let's try it again. Look at that. So that was pretty good. That was over 50% damage because I crossed over. She couldn't block the super because she got confused and immediately led to a giant combo. So that's going to be a cool tactic if he saves up enough super to do it. Now he can also do the super in the air.
A miracle.
But now you're stuck. See that? You saw what happened though, right? The ball went super high. So you could do like a super high super.
A miracle.
Right? And now try to fool her by landing on the ground to try to, you know, oh, I'm going to punish him. She hits him, but next thing you know, the fireball comes down on their head. So it could be pretty interesting. What else? Well, I'm going to try his V skill. What I have to understand, it just basically is damage over time. So if you do land it on them, as you can see, look how much damage it did. It actually did about maybe, what, 1/5 of her life bar. So whenever you get full V skill, excuse me, a V trigger, hit him with it, and I think it does both damage over time and it does damage. I don't know if you can combo it. I'm curious if you can combo. Let's see. Oh, yes, you can, and look. And now she's stuck. See that? So basically your goal here, if you land it, is going to be to try to trap them in that fire so it'll do damage over time. That's kind of cool. Look at that. So that's just an idea of some of the stuff you could do with Dhalsim right there. Maxing it up with the V skill, the super, the teleport. It's pretty neat. I think he could be a pretty good character. The problem here is that I think he's very slow. He's not maneuverable at all. There's been other versions of Dhalsim that were way more maneuverable, and his combo ability isn't as good as it used to be. And not having a standard fireball without using meter is, I think, going to kill him. I mean, he used to be the massive zoning character. I don't know how well he could zone with a fireball that hops high. I mean, again, I won't know until we actually see people fight with him. And there's no way to do that right now because the game's online gameplay doesn't work. I do certainly like him though. Anyway, let me, I'm gonna just do the throws. The last thing I didn't do were the throws. One throw, and here's the other. Woo! Alright, so that is In the Lab with Dhalsim.